Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again with a real-world review of the Jackery Explorer 500 portable power station. Now, I've owned this product for well over a year, and I thought I'd put a clip together and explain why I like it so much, because I own quite a few portable power stations. I have smaller ones, I have bigger ones, and I've got the Jackery Explorer 500. And the reason this has become my favorite portable power station is because it's perfect for most of the things I'm going to use portable power for. For example, the smaller ones don't have enough energy to really take care of me for a couple of days of camping. I run out of power about day 2. The bigger ones are great, but they're gigantic and they're really hard to bring along, and I find that when I bring them out, I come back with more than 50% of the power still in them, so they're way too big. This one is the perfect size. It's in that Goldilocks zone of being portable, powerful, and really just a perfect power station. Now, let's start with the specifications. This unit has 518 watt hours of internal capacity, which can provide up to 500 watts of external charging and operating capabilities. That's plenty of power. 500 watts gives you enough energy to run your portable devices when you're out in the field, to recharge your phone, your drone batteries, your camera, whatever you're bringing along in portable electronics, this unit can recharge it. But it also provides plenty of energy to operate things like lights and power tools and other things you may need when you're out on the road, because you're not only going to use this when you're camping, it's also perfect if you're a tradesman where you're out in the field and you've got to use a drill where there's no electricity around, or maybe you've got a camping trip coming up where you're going to be on the road for a couple of days to get to your camping site. This is perfect in the car to allow the kids to keep their portable gear charged and gives you plenty of outlets that you can use. So some of the things I love about this unit that you can use to compare it to others you might be considering, start with that power. 500 watts is the perfect amount of power for me for a couple of days of camping, a nice long road trip, or even if I lose power at the house, it's got enough energy to get me through that blackout. Another important feature that a lot of other portable power stations don't provide is the fact that this unit has charge-through capabilities. And what I mean by that is while you're charging the device, all of the ports on the front are active. So you can get it ready at home if you're heading out on a trip. You can be charging the portable power station, and you can plug in all of your portable gear to the portable power station and charge those at the same time. Now that's great at home when you're getting ready for the trip, but think about being out on the road. If you're charging this from your car, all those ports are active. So the AC port, the DC port, the USB ports. So it's sort of like the Swiss Army knife of charging in your car. With one connection to your outlet in the car, you can charge a ton of stuff off of it. Another thing I like an awful lot about it is it has 7 different outputs at the same time. You've got a single AC output, again, that'll provide up to 500 watts of external operating capabilities, and it's a pure sine wave AC output. And that's different than a lot of other portable power stations as well that use a modified sine wave, which is okay for lights and drills and things like that. But if you're plugging something in that's sensitive, like a laptop or a big tablet, you want to make sure you've got a pure sine wave output. It also has a DC port that provides up to 10 amps of current. So if you plug this into your car, you've got another DC port right here that you can plug into, and you can actually use it while you're charging the unit in your car. So that's pretty cool. You'll also find it's got USB ports on the front of it, which is what you're using at home today to charge your phone, your tablet, your drone batteries, your camera batteries, all the digital electronics that kind of run our lives these days, you can charge off the unit. So I like that it's got 7 outputs. Now, there are a lot of portable power stations in the market that have 10, 12, 15 outputs, but what I find is those 3, the AC, the DC, and the USB, are the ones that I use most often. And I've never had a situation where we're out on a camping trip and somebody's thinking, I can't plug my thing in. Of course you can. You've got AC, DC, and USB. Every outlet you could possibly want is built into the unit. All right, another thing I like a lot about it is it's not real heavy. It's about 13 pounds, which means I have 500 watts of power. I have a beautiful handle on the top. It's a really durable cabinet. I can take it anywhere, but it weighs 13 pounds. And the reason that's important is because for some reason, other portable power stations that have about the same amount of capacity weigh a lot more. And when you think about weight, think about going from your car to your camping site, back from your camping site, moving it between tents. If it's a really heavy portable power station, you're going to be lugging it around like it's a big cinder block. This thing at 13 pounds, you won't even think about bringing it along. It goes right in the back of my car, and I always have portable power when I'm out in the field. Another thing that I find really useful that I didn't think I'd use that often is the light on the side of it right here. Now, when you're out camping, of course, you've got flashlights and headlights, and maybe even lamps you're hanging in your tents, but it's really nice to have a little bit of light at the power station so that when I'm trying to plug something in, I'm not fumbling around in the dark and I can't really see what's going on. I just tap that button on the side. I can hold my hand near the lens, and it lights up the whole area in front of the unit. So it's fantastic. And the last thing I'll mention is I love the capability of charging this unit quickly. So I can charge it at home with an AC kit. I can charge it in my car with a DC kit. I can even charge it from a portable solar panel when I'm out there camping. And the best part is, every one of these units that has solar power charging requires what's called an MPPT circuit. And what that circuit does is it takes the power from that solar panel, which can vary an awful lot based on clouds and sunlight and how you have it positioned. But as that varies, the MPPT circuit sorts it all out. It calms it down, it grooms the power on the way into the unit, it makes sure the batteries are getting charged equally. This unit has one of those built in, so you don't need a really expensive solar panel. You can use pretty much anybody's solar panel, plug it into the front of the unit, and the MPPT circuit inside here will groom that power on the way in. And the other thing it does is it squeezes as much energy as possible out of that solar power to charge these batteries incredibly quickly. So all those things together, for me, make this, I'm going to say it, a near perfect portable power solution for pretty much anything I need to do. And again, I know there are bigger ones on the market, there are smaller ones on the market, but if you're looking for one that's going to cover 80-85% of the things you're going to want to do with portable power, you can't really go wrong with the Explorer 500. Jackery has built a beautiful unit here. It just works really well. It's light enough to take with you anywhere, and it has every possible output you could want when you're out there in the field. And that's all I really had for today. So thanks an awful lot for watching. I hope you found this review helpful. And until next time, as always, stay nerdy.